now that the Maitlands have been outed, the Israeli Mossad Hasidic pedophile rings ousted, potentially from the fish ponds region, I seem to have got myself stuck in the Beck-Levkion trap again. This is what happens when you mess with the Bektashi brotherhoods. Indeed, the Donmeh cult leads into the Alhumbrah cult, which leads into the Bektash brotherhood of Alhumbrah-Donmeh, which is Dedababa Alexander Dugin, Alhumbrah cult, / Society of Jesuits, / Order of Malta, Order of Mevlevis, dervishes. So there's Order of Bektashi dervishes and Order of Mevlevi dervishes. But Alexander Dugin, the Bektash brotherhood of Alhumbrah-Donmeh, that's top level Alhumbrah cult. But above the Bektash brotherhood of Alhumbrah-Donmeh, we have the cluster of mainly Kalmic Leninists surrounding this Abbe Sergio Yaya Pallavicini, Alhumbrah cult / Society of Jesuits character, who is like the arch chap of the Alhumbrah cult. Indeed, the Pallavicini bloodline have always had as their agents the top Donmeh cultist bloodline, which was the House of Cecilberg, until 2006, when Rabbi Robert Gascoigne Cecilberg, who's also known as Imam Mehmet Gazoglu, who's also known as Peter Field, who's 95 years old, who brought me up in the Bektash Brotherhood of Adam Steinsaltz. So I was brought up in Israel for a bit when I was young. I was also brought up in Bengal for a bit. But a lot of shit happened. But Rabbi Robert Gascoigne Cecilberg, coordinator of MK Azazel programming at Ramway Asylum Gulag, did something in 2006 which popped up at Grenville Lodge, and the house of Gascoigne Cecilberg got dropped from the top of the Donmeh cult. Indeed, Peter Field, Robert Gascoigne Cecilberg, and Sally Field, who is Sally Fishlitz, were the king and queen of the Donmeh cult until 2006. Indeed, I'm 3 years younger than my IG Farben birth certificate says. I'm 27, not 30. But the house of Gascoigne Cecilberg were dropped from the top of the Donmeh cult to the fourth circle. Now they're about 152, 153 degrees Turkish Rite Masonry, but down at 4 degrees Order Templi Orientis, and at 44.6 degrees Order of Memphis Mizraim. Because these numbers sometimes in the fourth circle don't tally up. Like you still be over 150, 160 degrees Turkish Rite Masonry. You're down in the 4th degree Order Templi Orientis, which nobody wants to be in, because that's for the ones who've done something wrong when they've been up high in the Donmeh cult or even the 9th circle or the Alhumbrah cult, and they do something too openly. They get dropped to the 4th circle. From the 4th circle, you can never climb back up to the Donmeh cult or the Alhumbrah cult, but you can climb back up. You can't even climb back up to the 9th circle, sorry. So you're forever stuck in the 4th degree Order Templi Orientis, the 4th circle, which nobody wants to be in. Indeed, it's pretty fucking mad, really. But the twats that have ruined the Donmeh cult in the UK, really, and ousted the Donmeh cult within itself, all wanted to be the top of the Donmeh cult. Now, if the Donmeh cult sniff that an initiate or a paedophile who is offering to do a dirt job is only doing it simply to be the top of the Donmeh cult, then they'll be blackballed from the Donmeh cult to remain either in the 9th circle forever or be dropped down to the 4th circle. You see, secret societies are very interesting concepts, and they're secret societies for a reason. You can't just go around raping children in public places. You can't just practice satanic ritual abuse in the public eye. You see, there are reasons these are covens. There are reasons that these are secret societies. Indeed, Bilsey's been on the top of every secret society in the world's death list for over a decade. This has been pretty mental. But it's all good. It's all good. So, the Alhumbrah cult is the continuation up past 363.9 degrees of the Donmeh cult, Turkish Rite Masonry, after 363.9 degrees. So 364 degrees to 399.9 degrees, we have the Arcana Arcanorum, which is also known as the Alhambra cult. Indeed, the Alhambra cult is like the arch degrees of the Donmeh cult. It's all the Alhumbrah-Donmeh cult. And you have Alhumbrah-Donmeh cultists. So it is still the Donmeh cult, effectively. But the Alhambra cult is continuation. It's all from Los Alumbrados, which supposedly means the illuminated. How they split Alhambra and Donmeh from this, one does not know, because I don't believe it means Alhambra decrees. I believe that the Alhambra decrees were Alhambra cultists purveying their thoughts on the protocols of the Elders of Zion and the Islamicization via Ismailification of the Isle of Brif, Oblast of Muscovy. Indeed, the Leninist New World Order coordinated from Muscovy. Indeed, the British Empire and Ottoman Empire were all coordinated from Muscovy. So there have been lots of population shifts that are hard to explain. But the biggest target of the Muscovite Leninists has always been the ethnic Rus. And to purge the ethnic Rus, the Alhumbrah-Donmeh cult shapeshifts and uses various phallicates to achieve its aims via all sorts of processes, Nazification processes, Sovietization processes, extraterritorial KGBs, extraterritorial Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, extraterritorial pro-Deo Vatican secret intelligence, extraterritorial NW7 IG Farben intelligence agencies, all sorts of things. But the Bektash Brotherhood of Ulhuluruddin was, during my childhood, when I was brought up, and in the tunnel systems around Temple Mount, which started human sacrifice, 6,669 average human sacrifices of mainly ethnic Rus children a day, starting on, it was either August the 24th, 1973, or October the 16th, 1973. I can't remember the exact date, but I overheard Rabbi Baruch Yagoda, who is an Ashkenazic Hasidim, rather close to Putin and the Chabad Lubavitch crowd around Reb Baruch Lazar, the Lavrenti Beria blood lineage, who is also Rabbi Adam Steinsaltz. As stated, it was the Bektash Brotherhood of Adam Steinsaltz. After that, it was the Bektash Brotherhood of Melchem Mendel Schneerson Begin, who is now Craig Oxley, who is the head of the Kara-Georgievich dynasty and simultaneously the head Reb of the Chabad Lubavitch movement, which is absolutely mental. And the guy has links to Kingswood and seems to have a safe house on Fishponds Road, which is like the domain of this adrenochrome addict, Abbe Christian Fischlitz, who is one of the main coordinators of the paedophile rings in the Fishponds area, via Rabbi James Fischlitz, who is like the head PC, Order of Bektashi Dervishes, who oversees the lower police, the Order of Mevlevi Dervishes, who are waltzing hand in hand with the Ismaili Brotherhood and utilizing the International Secret Intelligence ISI of Dr. Khan, aka Imam Reza Jaz Khan, Donmeh Cult / Order of Mevlevi's Order of Malta, who control a lot of paedophile rings wherein ethnic whites and black girls in the UK are taken by police chiefs to Ismaili paedophile rings, which is really quite screwed up. But this is the Alhumbrah-Donmeh Cult for you, and the police in the UK is a Masonic structure controlled by Grenville Grand Orient Lodge and the House of Petty Fitzmaurice, who could be the Acklins, but I'm not entirely sure. I need to cut off now.